Hello, my name is Phillip Gwynne. Today I'll be reading an excerpt from Take a Life, the final series in my series The Dead, published by Unwin, and my reading today is brought to you by Kingston Library Virtual Storytellers. The stench of flesh, my flesh, the outrage of pain, my pain. When I looked down, there were 5 letters, P-A-G-A-T, branded on my thigh. The last one still raw, molten skin. Only one more letter, one more instalment to go. I was almost there. But I knew that my grandfather had the same letters on his thigh. I knew that many years ago he was almost there too. But he'd failed at the last instalment. And instead of the branding iron searing the final letter, it was a scalpel that sliced off his leg. I looked over at my father, and I knew that he had the word P-A-G-A-T-O branded on his thigh. He hadn't failed. He'd paid back the instalment. Not only that, he'd prospered, becoming the rich and successful businessman he was today. But then I reminded myself that when I broke into his offices, they were all empty and cobwebby. So how successful was he exactly? And if he wasn't successful at business, where did all his money come from? Had it come from making people disappear, for example? But I quickly banished those thoughts from my mind. He'd repaid the last instalment, and that was all that mattered to me right now. Like him, I wasn't going to get all this way, only to fall at the 6th and final hurdle. "We're finished here," said Dad, putting the equipment away in the drawer in Gus's desk. He moved over to me and put his arm around my shoulders. "Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but there's only one more to go." I nodded, and suddenly I felt incredibly close to my dad. Like our skin, his skin, my skin had melted away. We were one person, one blood, one DNA, one ambition. He'd done it, and so would I. And when my eyes took in Gus, all old and wrinkled, he and his stumpy legs seemed so far away, like I was looking at them through the wrong end of a telescope. Dad and Gus wanted to discuss something between themselves, so I left by myself. "One to go, one to go, one to go." I repeated as I walked home, hurrying upstairs to my bedroom. I got into bed, crawling under the covers. One to go. Until the debt contacted me, I was going to keep really, really low. One to go, no digging. One to go, no rocking the boat. One to go, no nothing, just keeping low. I burrowed deeper into my bed and concentrated on one thing and one thing only. The pain from my thigh, concentrated so that it seemed to become tangible, something hard and brilliant, like a diamond. For more Kingston Virtual Library stories, please visit their website,